Hello everybody, it's Brian here with you again. It's been a while since my last video because it's awkward to make videos. We're moving around. This is the same place we were last time, but a week from now we're moving to our final spot for the last 2 months, and then we'll move back home and I'll be reunited with records and my turntable, etc. So the purpose of this video is to talk about a meetup that I just had, another meetup on, well, I guess it was yesterday, right? So two people participated in this. It was Fitz. You may know his channel, Fitz Electric Bar. I'll put a link, of course, if I remember. Sometimes I forget. He's in town from Vancouver. And of course, my vinyl addict, who I've met on 3 different occasions now. So he actually has 2 channels. I'll try to put both links in if I remember. But so those 2 guys, we spent the afternoon looking for records. We had a refreshment break. It was a good time. One thing I will say is Fitz is taller than I thought he would be. So he towers over me, and I felt short for most of the afternoon. So, man. But what a great voice that guy has. He should be on the radio. Anyway, first we went to Sonic Boom, and I will talk about something that's kind of outside Sonic Boom, actually, or apart from Sonic Boom, and that is that my vinyl addict gave me another record. He's my source for records these days. He gave me this Murray McLaughlin record. At the end of the day, we filmed a little clip of what we got for the day, so that'll show up on Fitz's channel. And I think I mentioned that I thought I had this record in the past, but I'm pretty sure now that I didn't. I've had other Murray McLaughlin records, and I don't know what happened to them, but I've never had this one before. 1976, this came out. It's called Boulevard. You know, I always thought that he was born in Canada, but when I looked him up just now, it turns out he was born in Scotland and moved to Canada. I don't remember the date or how old he was, but he's a well-known Canadian folky guy with a bit of sometimes country, but sometimes rock on the True North label. So if you're a fan of Bruce Cockburn, you're going to recognize this True North label. Upside down again. There it is. True North. Fantastic label. So I have not heard this record, and I won't hear it for a while. I might stream a bit of it, but I think this is a really well-regarded record. And I see Gene Martinic is listed here. He appears on some with Bruce Cockburn, I think, at some points. Anyway, so Dennis Pendrith, I recognize that guy's name as well. Oh, and Ben Mink from FM, I guess. So that is cool to have. Thank you for that again. So we started at Sonic Boom, which is, in my opinion, a must-visit if you come to Toronto. It's not my favorite record store in the city, but it's a really good one. I like the way it's organized. It's a beautiful space to start with. It's in a nice building. It's really well laid out. You come into the as a display of recent releases and a display of bins for the new vinyl acquisitions. Used vinyl, used vinyl stuff. Recent finds, or what are they called? Recent arrivals. That's it. Haven't done a video in a while, so my brain is a little bit addled. And then you go down the stairs into the main floor where they have the main part of their inventory. They sell turntables and styluses. They have really expensive things in a glass case. They have a cheapies bin, and then stuff is divided logically into hip hop, and there's some experimental stuff. So it's a really cool place with a really large inventory. So we looked around there for a while. Could have spent longer, but I bought 3 things there. The first is this Ultravox record called Monument, the Soundtrack, which is a live recording released in 1983. I think it was this Hammersmith Odeon. Only has 6 tracks on here. 3 on each side. I'm getting glare from the window. Everything's different now. I don't have my external microphone. I'm getting glare from a window. I think it was re-released later on CD and DVD and expanded. I'm not sure if it's the entire concert, but this is, of course, the mid-year years, which is good. I prefer the John Fox years, but the mid-year years are pretty good. So this is kind of cool. Never owned it before. And here is the label upside down. Wait, let me show you the right way around. There we go. Monument, the Soundtrack. Right. So that's fun. And this is a UK pressing. Don't forget, home taping is killing music. And it's in one of those really flimsy UK jackets. What's going on over there? Very flimsy, but cool. And then I again broke my rule about buying things I have on a different format. So this I already have on CD, and I had it on CD for quite a long time. It's Matt Mays and El Torpedo. Matt Mays was born in Hamilton, went out east, the east side, east coast somewhere, kind of like a rock music, of course, but I mean, I'm not sure how to define him really, but rootsy maybe. It's the back of this. And weirdly, this was still in shrink when I bought it. I just took the shrink wrap off now. There's the hype sticker, and it has this Cheapies label here. I guess someone bought it at Cheapies, maybe used, who knows. Yeah, so it was weird. No one, the previous owner didn't even look at the gatefold. Now I take the shrink off gatefolds, but not off these regular single sleeves. There's the interior of it. It comes with a little insert with guitars and more guitars, and then images of the I don't know if I took these, but images, including some of Matt's. And the previous owner, I guess, put them in these Hudson Hi-Fi sleeves, which I guess is pretty cool. So that's cool. There's 2 records in this set. The other one looks identical. This one, of course, so I'm not going to really take it out, but it's in here. So that's cool. I don't know. I had this for CD. Oh, when did it come out? 2005. I've had the CD for a long time, and just never got the vinyl. This is in excellent shape. It looks like it's been played once or twice, and it was still in the shrink wrap. So then one more. There's a section I sometimes forget to look at in Sonic Boom, because there's a couple pillars, and there's record display, little pieces of wood, and their recommendations from staff members. And so this was sitting there. This is Brian Eno's Reflection from 2017. It's a double record. I think it's his 27th solo record, I think. So it has Reflection 1, 2, 3, and 4. So each side has one piece. So there's 2 records in here. And it's part of his generative ambient musical project, I guess. Pull this out of here. I have streamed this, but I guess when it came out, I didn't buy it. I'm not sure why I didn't buy it. Part of me thinks that ambient music is better listened to on compact discs, but this was a good price. Well, the date is 2016, but I think it came out in 2017. But that is cool. I'm happy to have that. It's one of those double records with a single sleeve. So interesting cover, because it doesn't have his name except for the spine here, if you can see that. So I'm a Brian Eno fan. It does remind me a bit of Thursday Afternoon. If you know Thursday Afternoon, it's a 61-minute piece of music on one CD that I don't think has ever been released on vinyl. So it has a sort of same feel to me, which I've played that for people and they've been really irritated by it. I find it really, despite the fact that it's very calming and quiet, I find it quite riveting, and I think that's a beautiful record, so I'm happy with that one. Then we walked down the street to a store called Cops, which I've mentioned before. Now, Cops it's a pretty good store. It's unfortunately the basement was closed. Sometimes it's good to go in there, and it's worth a visit. If you go to Sonic Boom, if you come all the way to Toronto and go to Sonic Boom, you might as well go to Cops, because it's a short walk away, and it's not bad. There are at least 3 other stores that are close by. Play-D Record, which we didn't go to. There's the Tiny Record Store, and there's Invisible Records, Invisible City, which I've gone to many times. But we went to Cops, and the first thing I found was a bin of 12-inch singles, and I looked through those, and I chose one because I love 12-inch singles, especially from the 80s, and I picked this Lloyd Cole and Commotions 12-inch single for Brand New Friend. And look at that, $1. You cannot beat $1. And I bought this because I love Lloyd Cole and the Commotions, but secondly, Brand New Friend is probably my second favorite Commotion song, possibly after Rattlesnakes. So this has the long version of Brand New Friend, 5 minutes, 34 seconds. And on side B, it has Her Last Fling, 2CV, and live version. Oh, those are live. Sorry, 2CV is live, and Speedboat is live. So 3 tracks on side B. Didn't have a sleeve on it, but it does come in a poly-lined sleeve here. Oh, this is also from the UK, so there we go. So that's the Brand New Friend. This is the live side. Yeah, I guess they're all live on side too. I haven't played this yet, obviously, because I'm separated from my turntable. So I guess, I don't know if her last thing is live or not. It doesn't say, but I will find out when I put this on my turntable in a couple of months. So that is cool. And then I was, flipping through bins here and there, and I was going through the new arrivals section, and I found two things that really caught my eye, and I was surprised at the price. So the first is from the band, the Rural Alberta Advantage, which is oddly a band from Toronto, believe it or not. There's a whole story around this name. I mentioned it in the past, but so it says percussive folk songs about hometowns and heartbreak and relentless touring have taken the trio from humble recognition amongst indie rock diehards as Canada's best unsigned band to sold out tours and devoted fans around the world, with the likes of etc. Anyway, it goes on. This Paperbag Records label has these obies, or well, not really obies because they're not Japanese, but they look like it. This is on blue vinyl, and look at the price on this, $4.99. Now I put this in Discogs, and when I did, I realized that the resale of these is the median price is $45. So I don't know what happened here, why they were selling this for $4.99. I don't really understand, but I'm not going to complain. Oh, I should have said it's called The Wild, and it came out in 2017. There's the lyrics, and it's on this pale blue vinyl. That's pretty cool. So that was a really interesting find for a remarkable price. So that is cool. They're like an indie band. You're not going to rock out to this band, but I found them quite good, and they have very good album design. And oddly, right behind that record, in the same bin, was the Rural Alberta Advantage, The Rise and the Fall. This is from 2023. $4.99. So I put this in Discogs as well. That one, that one was median $45. This one is around $40. Now, why they were selling them for $5? This is still this is also gatefold that hasn't been opened. I'll take this drink off later, I suppose. But in here we have the inner sleeve, the original one, and this record store often changes records out to these terrible plastic ones with their branding on. I usually get rid of them. And this is on black, limited edition, smoky black vinyl, which looks really cool, I have to say. So $4.99. So in that store I spent kind of like $11. So yeah, weirdly, the other one has a download card and this one doesn't, unless it was lost by the previous owner. But I don't even know if anyone's ever really even listened to this because they haven't even opened up the gatefold. So, right, so that was Cops Records. Pretty cool store. Sometimes their prices I think their prices on new stuff is really good. Sometimes the prices on old stuff is a bit funny, but it is what it is, I suppose. Then we walked to a store called She Said Boom. So 2 record stores with Boom in the name, Sonic Boom, and over to She Said Boom, which is a combo bookstore, record store. And it's, as far as I know, I think it's all used. I don't think they ever have new stuff. It's all used. And it's one of those stores where they have new arrivals, and then they have everything by alphabet. So you don't get many divider cards for bands. So it's like A, B, C, which is kind of a slog to look through. Oh, I should have shown you. I got 2 stickers from Cops. This one got damaged in my bag, but anyway, so She Said Boom. Not bad. I didn't buy anything though there. So it's fun to look around, see what's going on, but I didn't buy anything there. And then we took a walk over to Neurotica Records, which I've mentioned on this channel before, which I like it. It's the only problem I have with that store, which I may have mentioned before, is it's in a basement, so sometimes my phone just doesn't work down there, which is irritating, but it's fine. The owner's a really nice guy, and he's a cool guy. And we looked around there. There were some leftover record store day items, and I forgot to say, geez, wow! After we went to Sonic Boom, we walked over to University Avenue, went to the Duke of Cornwall for refreshments, and then we circled back to Cops. So my order of things is completely wrong. That's okay. You can watch Fitz's video after, and he'll give you the authentic version of what happened yesterday. So we went to Neurotica Records, and I looked around for a while, and I ended up only buying one thing, but it was from a band that we had talked about at lunch, oddly enough, and that was the Plasticine Replicas, which is this really interesting Toronto band. This is called Glow, came out in 1988. They released an EP before this, and then this came out, and then they disappeared. That's all they did. A couple of songs got some attention. We Can Walk was played on a radio station I listened to. I'm pretty sure CFMY played that. And then All I See, I think those both had videos. I should look them up. I think they both have videos, and they both got some airplay. But We Can Walk was a pretty good track. Produced by Michael Philip Bojiwoda, who is a Canadian producer and musician who's worked with people like the Bare Naked Ladies, Ashley McIsaac, Spirit of the West. He was the drummer in the Rio Statics after Don Kerr left, so for their last part of their existence. And inner sleeve with the photo of the band there. And I got a good deal on this. This was like, he gave me a discount actually on it. It was $9.95, but when I paid, he only charged me $7.95. So it looks like I got 20% off or so on Raining Records, which is, I don't know if I have any other records from Raining Records. I don't think so. And I think Fitz picked up something that he had ordered online from that.
And it just stays in the opening groove. And then I go, So you put it in the usual run-out groove, it runs in, and it goes back to front. And they say it's better quality. I don't know. It sounded really good, but it's kind of interesting.
And then we did an impromptu video. So if you watch Fitz's video, you will see me talk about these records, but very briefly, and My Vinyl Attic as well. So that was the day, and it was actually quite good. So thanks for watching, and I don't know when my next video is, but that's a fire truck if you can hear that. I will see you.
I picked up a nice copy of supposedly minting, according to the store. I hope they're correct. Ultravox. More Ultravox.
Oh, I love that record.
Mr. Jules Shear.
Polar Bears.
Yeah. Nasty Little Green Men on Classics Nouveau. Dave Cousins from Straubs. Dead Kennedys, and they're probably deaf as well by now. Little Bubble Gum, The Foundations, Baby, Now That I Found It. Richard Thompson, maybe the first one.
Hey, so here's some stuff I got at Neurotica. I got the Bodines. I think this is their first record. It's got the song She's a Runaway. It's a great tune. We also went to She Said Boom, and I got 2 records there. Don't know this one, but Jerry Mulligan, who I've been getting into with Chet Baker, 53, I think. 1953 is when that was recorded. And not a very expensive record, so that's cool. I have this Herbie Hancock, the new standard on CD. It's a double record. It's all covered.